I still remember very clearly when I was first diagnosed with bipolar disorder in October of 2021. I was in the psych ward at the time because I was expressing a great deal of delusions, which I ardently adhered to and believed in. I just wasn't myself, and people were able to discern that. They observed it in my actions. I couldn't observe it myself. I didn't have the insight to know that my thoughts weren't rational. But what I remember from this time is I felt like no person in this world could understand me. They don't understand the significance of these delusions that I have. I didn't either. But I feel like people distancing themselves from me, although I understand it, it wasn't helpful to me. And it certainly wasn't helpful that the psych ward released me back into the community, despite the fact I was still experiencing a wide range of symptoms due to mania. And so in this video, I want to really just spread the message that you're not actually alone in your battles with bipolar disorder. This is for people who maybe are newly diagnosed or even those who just want to learn more about the illness, is that there are people who don't care, but for everyone that doesn't care, there's so many more that do. There are millions of people out there who understand you, who know what you're going through. There's people who can't resonate with what you're going through in the sense they don't have bipolar disorder, but they still have empathy for what you're going through, just as fellow human beings. It's so intrinsically rewarding to be empathetic towards others. It reciprocates back to you as well, which is beneficial to yourself. So there's strong reason to have empathy. And that's what I want to say to those who are trying to understand bipolar disorder better, is to have empathy towards those who have this condition. Have empathy towards everyone. But when it comes to people with bipolar, when we're in a manic state, oftentimes we don't have the insight or discernment to know that there's something wrong. And what we need more than anything is to be reminded that we are loved. You don't have to confirm our delusions or agree with our delusions. That's a horrible idea. I wouldn't advise doing that. But to say the words, "I love you," to someone who is going through this, to be there for them and visit them. And there were moments like this when I was hospitalized. When I was hospitalized, there were many brothers from my fraternity who came to visit me. My best friend Logan came to visit me while I was in the psych ward. And it did mean a lot to me. Every time one of them showed up, I felt like someone could hear me. And they weren't agreeing with what I was saying. They weren't disagreeing with what I was saying. They were just being present and there. And that combated a lot of the suicidal ideation that I was feeling. It started to diminish every time someone would come visit me because I felt like I was valued, I was heard, that someone understands me, that I have worth in this world. And so that's my message for this World Bipolar Day, is that you have value. You're not alone. You're worth it. And for those who are new to my channel, I do have many videos talking about my experiences battling bipolar disorder, whether it be manic episodes, depressive episodes, or trying to find balance and peace now that I'm in a stable condition. And in these videos, my goal is to inform, hopefully inspire, because today is all about combating the stigma surrounding bipolar disorder. It's about promoting education about bipolar disorder. So I hope you'll check out some of my videos about my lived experiences with this condition. There's a wide array of topics that I cover. But even if you don't, thank you for watching this. My message, my call to action for you is to be empathetic, to put yourself in someone else's shoes, as Atticus would say. And for those struggling, remember this quote by President Calvin Coolidge: "Nothing in this world can take the place of persistence." Thanks, y'all. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and hope to see you around. Peace.